I thought cemeteries were safe during the day. Sunlight exposes things. It makes places honest. That was my logic when I stepped through the iron gate, hearing it scrape softly behind me. No mist, no shadows stretching too far, just pale light, dry gravel, and rows of stone. I told myself fear belonged to night. Standing there, surrounded by names and dates, I still believed that for a few seconds. The air inside the cemetery felt wrong. Not cold, not warm, just still, like something had paused. Every sound I made stayed close to me. My footsteps didn't echo. They sank into the ground and disappeared. It felt less like entering a place, and more like being noticed by it. Gravestones lined the path in careful order. Some leaned with age, softened by decades of rain. Others were sharp, clean, untouched by time. The newer ones were the hardest to look at. They didn't feel settled yet, like the ground was still adjusting to them. That was when I noticed the crows, perched on branches, on crosses, on stone, too many to count. They didn't move when I walked. They didn't call. They just turned their heads together, following me as one. I told myself it was normal. Animals are observant. Animals react to movement. But that explanation started to crack when every crow lifted into the air at once. No warning, no chaos, just wings. The sound was violent. Feathers cut through the air above me. For a moment, the sky was black. Then they were gone, and the silence they left behind was worse. It pressed against my ears until I noticed my own breathing. Slow, too loud. I took out my phone and started filming. Daylight cemetery. Crows. Gravestones. Normal things. I needed proof that this feeling had a cause. That it wasn't just imagination settling into my bones. On the screen, everything looked ordinary. Stone, trees, pathways. But the feeling behind the camera was different. As if the space behind me had shortened. As if the cemetery had leaned closer. I stopped near a grave with no name, no flowers, no dates, just stone. It felt unfinished, not abandoned, waiting. I stayed there longer than I should have. Long enough to notice that no sound existed beyond the fence anymore. Cars were gone. Wind was gone. Even distant life felt muted, like the world had stepped back. That was when the thought formed. Clear, calm. This place wasn't empty. It was full, not of people, of attention. Every path felt narrower when I started walking again. Gravestones felt closer. The layout seemed wrong, as if the cemetery was rearranging itself while I moved through it. My phone vibrated in my hand. No notification, no call, just a single pulse, like a reminder. I didn't look back. Instinct told me not to. Some warnings don't come with sound. They come with certainty. The exit appeared sooner than expected. Too soon. As if I was being allowed to leave. Not escaping. Released. Outside the gate, sound returned instantly. Wind, cars, voices. Life moved again. Behind me, the cemetery stood quiet. Perfectly normal. I left without running. The cemetery didn't chase me. It didn't need to. It already knew where I lived.